Hey guys, what's up? And this is my collection for the letter D's on my complete DVD collection. Again, I carry around over a little bit over 5,000 DVDs, and I am gonna start with my letter D's. The last video I did, we finished with Cyrus. So now I'm going to start with the letter D's. And here I have DC Cab with the one and only Mr. T. And of course, this was back in the time where he was very, very extremely popular. He had that TV show on the A-Team, and he was big on the Rocky movies. And he also did a bunch of wrestling stuff with Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. So this is a pretty good movie. It had a bunch of funny parts. You look at it now and it's pretty pretty silly and funny at the same time. So yeah, DC Cab, totally 80s. And you got here the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks. Actually, Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors, but I am not a big fan of the series of the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons and the Inferno one. So I'm I'm okay with it, but it's not my it's not my favorite. I got Damage with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and this is an action movie, fighting action movie with a rattlesnake. And this is Dance of the Dead. This is a Ghost House Underground production, and it's a really, really good movie. I really like this movie a lot. It was really, really fun. The action was crazy. I highly recommend this. They say it's from the makers of 30 Days of Night and The Grudge. So yeah, it's definitely it's been overseen. A lot of people don't give this credit, but I honestly do think that this movie was really, really, really entertaining. I got this copy of, this is actually like the cheap version, the cheap copy of Dances with Wolves, the 20th anniversary. This movie was really, really extremely popular in the early 90s, and it did win its winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of 1990. So the only thing wrong with this is that honestly, like, if you don't have the time for it, don't even bother, because it's a very, very long movie. It runs at 181 minutes. I remember watching this very long time ago, and I was like, I had to see it like in 3 or 4 parts because I would just fall asleep on it. It's a lot to just sit there and watch it. Here we got Dangerous Liaisons. I picked this up at a pawn shop for like $2, and I have not seen it, but I do like the cast is really fantastic with Glenn Close, John Malkovich, Michelle Pfeiffer, and it's a story set in 1982. But yeah, it's one of those old tales from way back in the days. Then I got here Charles Band's Dangerous Worry Dolls. So you know what you're getting yourself into. This is obviously a full moon release. One can assume that it's a very cheesy horror movie because of Mr. Charles Band's. All his movies are like that. And then I got this I haven't opened. I bought this at Walmart for like $10, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know what to tell you about this. This is called Dark Awakening. I have a lot of movies with dark in them, so bear with me. Here I got Kurt Russell with Dark Blue, a really, really, really good action movie from MGM. I do believe that Scream Factory, Shout Factory is gonna put up their version of this, so they're gonna put extra features and do an extra pretty cool artwork for it. I'm assuming. So I can't wait for the Scream Factory, Shout Factory release of Dark Blue. So yeah, Kurt Russell, action-packed movie. Then I got here Dark Corners. This is a horror movie. It wasn't scary. It was just like, it was alright. It was like entertaining, but it wasn't like my favorite thing to watch. I do like that it has an old school Anchor Bay logo on it. I believe those are out of print, so if you guys ever see those little logos, buy the DVD, because it might be worth in the future. Here I got Thomas Jane and Dark Country. This was pretty good. It wasn't it's another horror movie. It's kind of like a horror thriller type of thing, so it's not completely horror, but it was pretty good. It also has Ron Perlman in it, so if you're a fan. Runs in 88 minutes, so it does go by fast. And actually, the director of this movie is Thomas Jane. So not only did he star in it, but he directed it. I'm not too sure if this is his debut as a director, but yeah, he directed this one. So, and it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Here I got, this is backwards, Dark City, and this is pretty cool. I believe I do have the Blu-ray copy of this as well. So, but yeah, this is a pretty good crazy ass sci-fi horror action type of thing, and yeah, it's pretty cool to old Dark City, especially on that New Line Cinema Snapcase collector's edition. Then we got here the Dark Crystal. This is a lenticular cover. This is the 25th anniversary, and this is the DVD version of it. I have not opened this, as you can tell. $7.99. I wonder how much I paid for this. Well, it's a 2-disc set, and it has a bunch of special features here, like the making of, character drawings, behind the scenes. So yeah, this is this is a story by Jim Henson. So yeah, the Dark Crystal lenticular cover, part of that cool era. He did what was the other one that he did? It was a Dark Crystal, and he did another one very, very similar to this. It was a sequel or whatever. Here we got Dark Floors. This is pretty cool. It has the Ghost House clear slip cover on it. But yeah, this movie was pretty cool. It wasn't that bad. It's a horror movie, of course, 2008. I was a big fan of these Ghost House movies, but I don't know what happened to them. They stopped making them, and but this was a pretty intense movie. A lot of brutal, gory scenes on it. And I got Dark Harvest, another horror movie. Definitely not a classic, but it was a pretty cool slasher film. And then I got The Dark Hours, another horror movie. I have a lot of horrors. There's a lot of dark in my collection. Dark Ride. I like these movies that are based on like on theme parks and stuff. So this was pretty cool. Dark Summer. This is a Shout Factory, Scream Factory release. So it's also IFC Midnight. Pretty cool movie. Pretty scary, pretty creepy. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. Dark Waters. This is a pretty good, creepy as fuck film. If you've never seen this, I highly suggest it if you're into like horror movies. Very, very scary. Put yourself in that situation. Then I have more dark over here. The Dark Room. This is like another horror. It's horror slash action from from 2006. But it's really outdated. It feels like it's an older movie than 2006. But whatever, it was alright. It wasn't bad. Again, that Anchor Bay logo. Then I got Darkness Falls, another horror movie. Pretty good. This was actually pretty good. The Darkness Falls. And I have Darkman, the original, on DVD. I really want to get the Darkman series on Scream Factory. Those look awesome. I got a Darker Reality. This was another horror movie. It was alright. It was very gruesome and shit. So yeah, it had gruesome stuff in it. And we finished with this shelf. Let's move on to this one. Let's start with these that are horizontal. Defiance with a Daniel Craig action movie. They say it's based on a true story, but it was it's a crazy ass true story. So yeah, it's a pretty good action packed movie. If you haven't seen it, Defiance. It's kind of hard to see Daniel Craig not being James Bond ever since. That's what happens to me with all of James Bond. Like every time I see Pierce Brosnan in a movie, I think about James Bond. So then I see Daniel Craig now, and he's James Bond now. So it's like, to me, he's James Bond, and that's what he's gonna be. So, but whatever. This is a pretty good movie he made. Defiance. And then you got Dead Time Stories Part 2. The George A. Romero presents. This is a series of 3 anthology movies. So I'll put into this disc. Then I got the first one, which in my opinion is better. This has a lenticular cover. Pretty cool shit there. So this is Dead Time Stories Part 1. This has a Valley on the Shadow, Wet, and House Calls. So it has those three mini stories there. And this one had The Gorge, on Sabbath Hill, and Dust. And of course it has a making featurette. So yeah, so George A. Romero presents those two right there. Then I have up here Dead Birds. It's another horror movie from Warner Brothers. We got Mr. Don Johnson from Miami Vice in an action-packed movie called Dead Bang. Can't remember much of this. Here we got a pretty popular horror movie called Dead Silence, and this is like one of those puppet movies, like little dolls and shit killing and going crazy and shit. It was pretty creepy if you're like 10 or 11 years old. The Dead Reborn. This is just a piece of shit movie. Sucked. It was horrible. It's a waste of time. Full Moon released it, of course. And it's fucking garbage. If you want to waste, I don't know, 80 minutes of your life, like I did, put this on. It sucks. Here we got from MGM, The Dead of Winter. I bought this at a pawn shop, and I just put it on my shelf. I've never seen this crap, so I have no idea what the shit's about. Dead of Winter. If you guys seen it, let me know. Here I got The Dead Next Door. Fucking badass movie. If you've never seen this and you're into horror shit, fuck, man. This movie's fucking badass. Highly recommend this. There's no way out of it. I believe that either I don't know if it's Severin Films or Scream Factory. Someone's putting this out on Blu-ray. I definitely need an upgrade to this. But yeah, fucking badass movie. If you've never seen The Dead Next Door, I highly suggest this. I highly recommend this. Here we got Dead Mary. What can I say about this Dead Mary? It's another fucking tale of Bloody Mary. So if you guys are into Bloody Mary, this is it. This is what it is, and I don't know. I think this one really sucked. I've seen a lot of Bloody Mary movies, but this is a piece of shit. I did not like this. I did not enjoy it, and I do not recommend that crap. Dead Man Walking with Susan Sarandon, Sean Penn, and a film by Tim Robbins. MGM released. Really, really good, fantastic movie. Dead Man Walking, very interesting to watch this. At first, I thought it was gonna be boring. It's kind of a slow burn at the beginning, but picks up, and it's a very interesting story. So, Dead Man Walking, yep, cool movie. Then we got here a comedy date movie. This is one of those movies that are spoof to all the date movies around. So similar to like scary movies, a spoof to horror movies, and Not Another Teen Movie. So yeah, so this is from the writers of Scary Movie. It's called Date Movie. It has its funny parts, but sometimes it tries too hard to be funny. And I don't like those movies that they try so hard to be funny, because it's like, whatever. Date Night, badass. I really enjoy this. I think this was hilarious. Super funny. The chemistry between Steve Carell and Tina Fey was awesome in this movie. Badass. If you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. It's a laugh. Dave with Kevin Kline, Sigourney Weaver. Good movie. Yeah, it's a serious comedy, but it was alright. Dawn of the Dead, this is the remake. It's fucking badass. In my opinion, if not the best, one of the best remakes I've ever seen in my entire life. I really enjoyed this movie. It was awesome. Fucking badass. It was gory. It was bloody. It was fun. It was everything it had to be. So this is the remake for Dawn of the Dead, and it was fantastic. I really like it. I have the original Dawn of the Dead, but it's signed by George A. Romero. So I have it all the way up there on display. I'm sitting right now, so I'm not gonna get up, but yeah, it's all the way up there. That's the original Dawn of the Dead. And anyways, so yeah, so this is the remake, badass. Here I got Dawn of the Mummy with God knows who, Brenda King, Joan Levy, and Ellen Faison. I've never heard of those guys. I put it in and I saw like 45 minutes of it, and I just had to take it off because it was a piece of shit. Dawn of the Mummy, crap. I don't recommend that. The Day After, never seen it. Got it in the pawn shop for $1. This is a cool release of what is this, Anchor Bay? Yeah, Anchor Bay. And this is, of course, the Day of the Dead. Not my favorite Dead. I think Dawn of the Dead is the best, and Night of the Living Dead. But Day of the Dead is alright, but it wasn't the best. I think Dawn of the Dead was better. Anyway, so this is a pretty cool edition of this. Yeah, George A. Romero, man, that guy's the man. Now this Day of the Dead 2, piece of shit. Don't ever watch this. This is garbage. I don't even know why I got this. I should burn this and not watch it ever again. Oh, hold on. So then, here I got The Day the Earth Stood Still. And this is the original. I believe I have the remake with Keanu Reeves somewhere in the Blu-ray section. But yeah, this is the original from God knows when, 1951. So this shit's old as fuck. It was a really cool concept, and I'm sure people were going crazy in the 50s with that movie. Daybreakers. This, just when you thought that there couldn't be any more like badass vampire movies, there we go. We got Ethan Hawke, William Dafoe, and this fucking fantastic movie. So fucking good. I highly recommend this. This Daybreakers was a fantastic movie. Really, really good. It's badass. Like, you have to watch it. I don't like giving away too much. Here you got Stallone in Daylight. Really good movie. They got trapped in the Lincoln Tunnel in New York, and both ends get shut down, and it's fucking badass. Stallone. This is one of his later films. Daylight. We got Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. I think one of Cruise's best movies out there. This is from 1990, so it was right on his prime. Excellent movie. From Anchor Bay, we got Dead and Breakfast, and this is the lenticular cover. It's supposed to say Bed and Breakfast, but it says Dead and Breakfast. So yeah, this movie was really good. I highly recommend this. It's fun. It has a bunch of cool little stories in it. Highly recommend it. Dead Bodies. Don't recommend this. This is a piece of shit. Even though it was released by Magnolia, I wouldn't spend 84 minutes of my life on that crap. I did, but it sucks. Dead and Driving, awesome movie. I do owe it on. I have it on Blu-ray. The Arrow Video released it, so yeah, I had to get it. Really cool, awesome fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. This is the Anchor Bay release. Badass. This is awesome. Dead girl, fucking crazy kids, fucking a dead girl, crazy. The Dead Girl with James Franco and Rose Byrne. Pretty good movie. It had some pretty interesting parts on it. Yeah, it was good. The Dead Hate the Living. Cool cover. A cool guy on the cover here, but movie sucked. I wasn't a big fan of it. Another full moon garbage. And here I got Danny Trejo and Anthony Michael Hall, Mickey Rourke, Dead and Tombstone. A pretty good, kind of like a western fucking crazy ass action movie. So yeah, pretty good movie. Down with that one. So guys, this is it for my first part of the D's. This is what I have so far, and I am gonna keep on posting more videos for you guys to watch and put these back. And yeah, so I have a lot of these, so I'm gonna freaking go crazy here with the D's. And again, the DC Cab, Da Vinci Code, Damage, Darkness Falls, all these freaking crazy ass movies on these my shelves here with a letter D. So I'm gonna continue on with more D's down below, all the way down to the floor. That's why I'm sitting down, because there's a lot of D's. Anyways, hope you guys liked this video, and make sure to subscribe if you like this. I'm gonna continue on. It's gonna continue on with the D's, E's, F, G's, all the way to the letter Z. There's thousands of DVDs here, so I will show you guys more in the future. I hope you guys like this video. Catch you next time. Bye bye.